Hello, Capricorn. Welcome back to the Divine Dojo. My name is Gabriella, and I am here to do your reading for the new moon in Scorpio and for the week of the 19th through the 24th-ish, right? So yeah, a lot going on. New moon today in Scorpio, 28 degrees of Scorpio. We also have a grand water trine that's been going on with the sun in Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, and Neptune in Pisces. And now Mercury has moved into Scorpio as well. That's not part of the trine, but it's all of this water energy is asking us to let things flow and let them go. So, what else is going on? I want to be brief on the astrology part because I can get like really deep into this shit, and I don't want this video to be forever. So what does this trine mean, and what is the Scorpio new moon asking of us? It's asking of us to really go deep within and dredge out the shit that like has been keeping us stagnant and stuck and blocked for so long. It's subconscious, it's unconscious. We don't even know that it's there, but it's there because we can't we can't move on, right? So a lot of emotional healing and clearing can happen in this very, very soulful time. So it's good to meditate, visualize, engage in the healing arts, and then also do a lot of shadow work, because not only is the sun in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Venus is in Scorpio, and also Lilith is in Scorpio. So what that is like the dark feminine is asking to be seen. She wants to scream and like let loose, right? So it's asking us to transmute our darkness and into the light, and let go of the stuff that like no longer serves us. So not only do we have those things going on, we also have a big opposition, which Uranus in Taurus. So obviously sun is in Scorpio, Uranus is in Taurus. That creates an opposition. So this new moon is not a light and happy-go-lucky new moon, right? So it can be something chaotic, something out of the blue, something can come out. It won't be crazy. It might make you crazy, but it's something that can be handled. So, and it's something that can probably change your direction too. So it's very powerful, but it can be disruptive. What else? I think that's all I want to get into for the planetary, the astrological aspects. Also, just remember if you didn't know, there's like 5 planets retrograde. So what is retrograde season asking of us? It's asking us to redo, rethink, recalibrate, recreate, whatever, put the whatever behind the whatever your is. It's asking us to reevaluate our lives, ourselves, our relationships. Obviously, Scorpio is about relationships and money, sex, the taboo, stuff like that. And then with the opposition, Taurus is about also money, but more of like personal money, right? So where Scorpio deals with more your money and then other people's money, which means like, your work, your relationships, all, like it's a collaboration, right? So, it's, obviously we all know the saying, check your computers, check all of that stuff. But more importantly, it's about just taking things slower and really going within, because right now it's that sludgy, watery, muddy energy. And we might feel things are not moving as quickly as we would like them to be. But use this retrograde energy right now in a way where you're setting yourself up for the fast and quick energy that's going to be coming up in the spring. So, and spring's literally right around the corner. I mean, we saw how fast 2025 went. So there we go. So now let's get into the tarot. All right, Spirit, I ask you to give me clear and concise messages for the Capricorn collective so I can give them a good message for their best and highest good. Thank you. How have you guys been? It's been a long time. I really have not had the passion or the drive to do any of this, but I feel like my energetics are finally switching on here. Of course, it's my season. It's my birthday today. So it makes sense. I usually get activated during the fall anyways. Plus, I just moved, and it was just not a great time for me to move, but it is what it is. Yeah. Texas. All right, so 2 of Wands, choices, you know, 2s are choices. Maybe you're going to be, this is exactly what I was saying, how to use this retrograde is to plan, you know, future planning, because making decisions, you know, you might be moving, you might be leaving a home, you might be leaving the state, you might be leaving the country, I don't know. Let's continue here. 5 of Swords. So, yeah, you know, you might be moving after some conflicts, some disagreements, you know, now it's the time to resolve all of those things with these retrogrades, right? So you can move forward. Okay, because then we got the Ace of Pentacles reverse and then the King of Swords reverse. Yeah, and maybe you're feeling like there's missed opportunity, or you lost an opportunities, or you've lost opportunities in your life. Maybe you feel defeated, but I have to tell you right now is not the time to feel defeated. You know, I know things are moving pretty slow, but use this time right now in retrogrades to, again, plan, strategize, move forward. So you can move forward from like this energy of conflict, of disagreement, of like maybe feeling defeated in life, right? And maybe somebody, you know, maybe somebody did do something, and now is the time to take care of that and confront that and make a choice to, you know, move on and let it go. You know, because whatever is really truly meant for you won't pass you up. But do we miss opportunities in life? Yeah, totally. We fuck up, you know, we're human beings. We miss opportunities. We miss things, you know, so. And then we have the King of Swords, you know. This is a disciplined King of Swords. He's honest, you know. He's direct. He's honest, more importantly, with himself, right? So, what is this about, Spirit? What is this about for the Capricorn collective? Yeah, I feel like you have been like defending yourself, or feeling like you have been challenged and you've needed to protect yourself, and you feel like you've been in defensive mode and in control. I mean, obviously Capricorn is all about control, right? Capricorn is about the traditional government, you know, control, that type of stuff. That's the negative side of Capricorn. Okay. I take them as they come. You got a lot of upside down cards. We're going to read them in the upright. I'm going to read everything in the upright for this week. Well, no, I'm going to read them as they come out. I lied. Sorry. Yeah, you got the 5 of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, the Hangman reversed, And then the Queen of Wands reversed. Capricorns, I feel like you have been going through some, I don't know if it's like financial loss or, you know, feeling like your life has been just in conflict and disagreements and arguments, or you've been deceived or manipulated. I don't know if by somebody or some, you know, a group, or, you know, like maybe it's work related, that you have been in like a delay, kind of stalled, in resistance mode, and you haven't made clear decisions, and like maybe you've lost a little bit of confidence and in yourself. This is obviously not going to be for all Capricorns, right? Or maybe that you haven't been able to control as much as you want to be able to control, and that certain things are out of your control, and that has put you in a bad, you know, state. Huh. What is this about? Please clarify, Spirit. What? Yeah, maybe you haven't been in a giving and receiving type of relationship, partnership, business, whatever this is. It's going to be different for everybody, but... Okay, that flew out first. Yeah, I mean, you have... Maybe somebody's coming clean about like this deception. Something's is going on that is not in the up and up. And it's not completely clear. It's either you not being completely clear or honest with yourself, or somebody else or other people not being completely clear and honest with you, not being completely clear and honest with yourself, number one, and or you not being completely clear and honest with other people about your feelings, or you feel how you've been feeling deceived, or like feeling manipulated or taken advantage of, or whatever, right? Or the vice versa, turn it around, and somebody has been doing, you know, dishonest, sneaky stuff, you know, behind your back, and you feel like you've been deceived, right? So maybe the person or you are, it's time, either way, it's time to come clean. Hopefully, whether it's, you know, you need to come clean, or hopefully the other person will come clean of these secrets. I feel there's like a lot of sword and wand energy tied in with some pentacle. So this definitely has to do with money. And that's not surprising with the Scorpio new moon, right? Because Scorpio has to deal with money, others people's money, like what I said in the beginning. And I'm sorry if I'm moving around a lot. I feel like I got bit like a spider bite, and it really itches and burns and hurts. So anyhow, yeah, there's something going on that's fishy, and you're just kind of retreating, right? You're in like, you want to retreat mode. You just want to kind of like just rest and like put it all behind you, which is a good idea. Obviously, take care of business and do what you need to do. Get, you know, get the things or secrets off your chest, come clean, or hopefully vice versa. Maybe you can request that the person come clean or whatever, and you can just move on and get, you know, recoup from whatever this is. You're like, you want to go into recovery mode. Oh, how weird. Yeah, because look, these were put in here, but they must have flipped. Yeah, because like the Nine of Wands, you're ready. You're like the wounded warrior, right? You're ready to you're at the brink of giving up, but now is not the time to give up, right? Now is not the time to give up. But maybe it's about looking at things from a different perspective. Where have you been too controlling, and you need to let go and shift that energy, you know, and looking at things from a new perspective, because this Nine of Wands is tired, right? This guy is tired, but he has perseverance. He will continue the fight. He will see it through to the end. And it's just, you are resilient. This is just maybe the last bit of it, testing your faith, and you just need to continue on. But you are tired, you know, and I get it. But you know, if you continue, you will persevere, and you will get to that 10 of Pentacles. So maybe this will eventually get resolved, this financial situation, and come out in your favor with the 10 of Pentacles. Well, I'm sorry that whatever it is that you're going through with this, it's not going to resonate with all Capricorns, but this is some crazy shit. What is the advice, Spirit? What is the advice for the Capricorn collective here? You know, we are heading into the holidays and Thanksgiving, and like, you know, your birthday season at some point, if you celebrate in December. Thank you, Spirit. A lot of reversals. Yeah, and I mean, not all the cards are reversed. Let me see. Yeah, not all the cards are reversed. So it is what it is. Yeah, I think it's, you have the Seven of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Did the King come out? I don't remember. No, the King of Swords. The King of Cups, and then the Ace of Swords, all reversed. So, the advice. You know, you might be feeling overwhelmed, or you have been feeling overwhelmed for a while. But it's time to take care of yourself. All of this is going to work itself out. You need to align yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to let go of the confusion. You need to start, because you are going to get some clarity. You need to start seeing things clearly. Because you are transitioning into a different stage in your life. You want to have financial independence, and maybe this is what it is. Somebody has been holding money over your head or something like that, or hasn't been really clear about dealings with money, and so you felt burdened by this, and you just want to feel independent again, and you want this conflict to be done with, but you need to have like self-compassion and really get clear with yourself. One final message. Who is this? The Hierophant. Yeah, I think the Hierophant. This is the traditional person, right? The systems, the institution, religion, society, and its rules and regulations, and the need for social approval. The bonds that you make with people, institutions, banks, whatever, contracts, and maybe that's what it is about, like contracts that you're in with not only with yourself, but also with other people, other, you know, in business, whatever, right? Maybe they haven't worked because you've like played by the rules. And maybe it's time to think outside the box and don't play by the rules. I shouldn't be saying that, but that's what came up. And trust in yourself, and you have the wisdom. Excuse me, sorry. Interesting, I just got, okay. I'm gonna switch cards. All right, Spirit, what is the advice here? What is the advice? Ooh. Page of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, you're like, you're surrounded nothing but wands, pentacles, and swords. You know, you have like 2 cup cards, and there, you know, one is the King of Cups and he's reversed, and the other is the Seven of Cups, which is like, you know, overwhelmed feelings. And then like this King of Cups is reversed, and he's like, when he's reversed, he's not an emotionally balanced king. So yeah, it feels to me, and then you have the Magician at the bottom, right? It feels to me like you're starting new, like something went awry, something, you're gonna have to start new, and that's okay, right? You're gonna have to let this all go, start new, start fresh, let this go. But remember, just to have an open heart and not be like a miser and just focused on finances. You know, there's no heart here. There's no like, it's all swords, it's all wands, it's all pentacles, you know, there's no heart. There's no cup energy. There's no, it's all mind, it's all money, it's all fighting, choices, you know, it's just, it's mental. So there needs to be some sort of coming back to the heart. Interesting. Because you do have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So it feels like you're going to be starting fresh. All right. This is, interesting. Too many. One final message, Spirit. What is this? What can Capricorn do? What is the best thing that they can do? Yeah, move, information, stuff is going to be coming through, but you need to align yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to get, again, still more wands, right? Things are going to start to move quickly. It might not feel like it right now. You might be, you know, stuck and not knowing what to do, you know, maybe overwhelmed feelings of what to do with yourself, where to go, what to, you know, yeah, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I can't even like talk about it. But information is going to be coming in quickly. And here's this Five of Wands again that popped out. More of this conflict, disagreeing energy, feeling defeating, you know, wanting to win at all costs or something. Can be abusive relationship. And then we got Justice reverse. All right. I'm going to move on to Wisdom of the Oracle to see if we can get some more Justice reverse. Yeah, there's not going to be, things are not going to turn out fair and just. And that's probably what you're going to have to accept. That's just what you're going to have to accept. You know, that it's, and let it go. I feel like anxiety and stress in my head. Yeah, and let it go. Because why? Because it's not for you. You know, this is, to me, like energy that just wants to continue fighting and beating the dead horse. And just like will not accept this defeat or this, that this happened, right? Whatever this is. And I'm so sorry, because it's just, it's again, it's a lot of sword, a lot of wand, and a lot of pentacle. So if maybe it's a big financial loss, you know, that you're having to just like fucking say, fuck it, I will rebuild, right? It is not for you anymore. It's not for me anymore. Fuck it. And sometimes that's life, you know? It's not the end of the world. And I think the Hierophant is here. And maybe you're embarrassed, you know, you're embarrassed that, that things didn't turn out the way you wanted them to, or you put on a front to people, you know, society, and like you were you or this other person, I don't know, or this place, or, you know, this work energy, whatever it is, put on like a front that everything is okay. Meanwhile, in the background, everything is like not okay, right? Like saving face. Oh, hold on. All right, last message, Spirit. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is not for you, and it says come to the edge. Come to the edge means it's time to like come to what you fear like the most, right? We like what we fear the most sometimes comes true, and then we have to face it and say fuck it, and you know, and move on, and throw ourselves off the fucking cliff, and that's it. Never, and don't look back, you know. Use all of this as a lesson for yourself. Interesting. So that was heavy, Capricorn. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna get some angel answer oracle cards. All right, Spirit, what do you have to tell Capricorn in the near future? So yeah, I mean, I think in the near future, you're gonna have some change. But right now, you gotta remain positive. Yeah, right now you gotta remain positive and do the inner work, and rest and recuperate, and you know, and not be in this combative energy. Sometimes we have to let go of control, and sometimes we can control so much it stresses us out, right? It makes us sick. So, or we don't have control, and we want to control everything, and we make ourselves sick from that, right? So you got to remain positive. Things will change, but it's up to you if you're going to accept this. It's loss. It says within the next few weeks. yeah, maybe something's going to be shifting within the next few weeks. Remain positive, you know, because whatever it is, it's not for you, and it's, you know, it's bringing you to the edge of your comfort zone for sure. All right, let's bring in an Akashic record card and then an angel number card, and we're going to call it a wrapping up. Well, Capricorn, I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry it was kind of a heavier read, but, you know, sometimes that's how it rolls. So, speak your truth. Speak your truth. You've stayed silent long enough. Speak up and stand your ground and state your perspective. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. Yeah, I feel like there's just been a lot of like arguing, you know, like, and not getting to the heart of the matter, because there's no cup energy here. No cup. You know, and that's the emotions, the feelings, the, you know, the heart of things. So, and then angel number. Well, I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what's going on specifically. And like I said, I'm sending you so much love, because it is, you know, a heavier read, but you will persevere through this. Intuition 111. Now is the time to realize your long-held ideas. You're on the right path to turning your dreams into reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are coming together to support you. Happiness and new opportunities are within reach. Trust the journey and have faith in the process. Yeah, and it's, I think that's that come to the edge, you know, of let this go, acceptance, you know, and let your heart, your intuition, you know, lead the way, instead of all this mental and more action orientated, instead of, you know, more emotional heart energy. So that's what I have for you guys. Love you. Bye.